President of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I said we'll have to cut Lee Greenwood a little bit short. How good is he, right? He's been with us right from the beginning. And I wanted to stand and listen to the entire song, but people would have said, look at the ego of that guy. He just wouldn't stop. He just stood there and listened to the applause. But I appreciate it very much. And I want to thank you for doing an incredible job, Pam Bondi. The Attorney General has been unbelievable. Incredible job. Thank you, Pam. Amazing. And thank you to all of the faith leaders, pastors, and patriots who have come to the Museum of the Bible for this historic meeting of the Presidential Commission on Religious Liberty. These are incredible people. And everybody wanted to be on this commission, and I made a couple of people unhappy, maybe even enemies for life. I don't know. But they all wanted to be on the commission, but we picked the right ones, and they've done really a profound, an amazing job. But America was founded on faith, as we know, and I've been saying it for a long time. And when faith gets weaker, our country seems to get weaker. When faith gets stronger, as it is right now, we're having a very good period of time. After some rough years, good things happen for our country. It's amazing the way it seems to work that way. And under the Trump administration, we're defending our rights and restoring our identity as a nation under God. We are one nation under God, and we always will be. The need for this commission has never been more clear than it was last week when the ineffectual senator from Virginia, a man named Tim Kaine, stated that the notion our rights come from our Creator is, quote, extremely troubling to him. Very troubling, isn't it troubling? Isn't it terrible, though? How he would say something like that, and advocated really by a totalitarian regime. This is what they say. But as everyone in this room understands, it is tyrants who are denying our rights and the rights that come from God. And it's this Declaration of Independence that proclaims we're endowed by our Creator with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The senator from Virginia should be ashamed of himself for many things. For many things. For things even beyond that. But in his own way, nothing's more important than those words. They were terrible words. As president, I will always defend our nation's glorious heritage, and we will protect the Judeo-Christian principles of our founding, and we will protect them with vigor. We have to bring back religion in America, bring it back stronger than ever before as our country grows stronger and stronger. Our country is now the hottest nation anywhere in the world. 1 year ago, our country was dead. And I say it, 1 year ago, our country was dead. We had leaders from all over the world that talked to me to say, your country's in trouble. And I just left the Middle East, King of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, a lot of the big countries. Then I was with the heads of NATO, the NATO nations, all of them. Everyone said essentially the same thing, that a year ago your country was dead and now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's true. It's true in every way. But to have a great nation, you have to have religion. I believe that so strongly. There has to be something after we go through all of this, and that something is God. We go through all of this for a reason. It's not easy, believe me. But I want to thank the Commission's chairman, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. He's been the chairman of my Texas campaign from day one. He's been the chairman of my Texas campaign, and we went through 6 primaries, and we went through everything that we went through, and we won them all. We won everything, including 3 elections. Got the most votes in the history of Texas 3 times. Can you believe that? That's pretty good. I heard that the other day. I said, I like that. But I want to thank you, Dan. You've done a great job and very instrumental in the creation of what we're doing today. as well as a very special friend of mine, Dr. Ben Carson, so special that he's being honored. He's being honored in a couple of weeks, and I was absolutely not here. It was a very important mission for the country, and because I usually take missions only for the country. But this was for the country, and I said, I can't do that one. I'm going to go back. I'm going to be with Ben Carson at Mount Vernon. I believe it's going to be. Pretty good place, pretty good location, right, Ben? But he's been my friend from the beginning, right from the beginning. Should I tell him the story about what you said to me, Ben, the famous words? He was a very tough opponent. We were fighting it out, and we had actually 18 candidates, including me. And Ben came up to me right after the first debate. He said, you know you're going to win, don't you? And I said, no, I don't know that. I think I'm going to win, but I don't know it. 18 people, and I had never done it before. They had all done it. They were all governors and senators, talented people. He said, no, you're going to win it because God wants you to win it. Yeah. Right? Right? But that didn't stop him. We went through. I said, when is this guy going to quit? You know, he gave me these words of beauty. Then he goes for weeks and weeks. He was tough. He was a tough one. But we love Ben. Ben's special, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Ben. Thanks also to the commission members, including Secretary Scott Turner, Pastor Paula White, who's been with me from the very beginning, right? Yeah. Pastor Franklin Graham, great gentleman. Great gentleman. Thank you, Franklin. A man I've watched for years on television, but you're not supposed to admit it. You know, it's like with me. People don't like to admit it, but we all watch. Phil McGraw, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil. Thank you, Phil. Great guy. He came out early for me. He did a piece on me before the election that was different than any interview I've ever done. He asked me the most personal questions. I said, this guy's really getting personal. But everybody that saw it loved it, so thank you. Thank you very much. Cardinal Timothy Dolan, highly respected man. Great. You come from New York. He was in his own right the king. He was great. And we worked together in the first administration so much on going through that horrible epidemic that we went through. A couple of epidemics we had to go through, a couple of really bad ones, but we worked together, and I helped financially with your church and your schools, keeping your schools going, and it was an honor to do so. Bishop Robert Barron. Bishop, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great job you've done. A man I watch on television a lot. He doesn't believe it, and I do. Eric Metaxas. Where is Eric? Eric? I do watch. He said, you really don't. I said, I really do. I said, you have to have more confidence in this. Your show is excellent. And he's a great guy. And he wants me to call it the Super Centennial. He said Super Centennial. And I think we're going to do that. Let's change it. I really like that idea because we call it the 250 Centennial, but it's really not. It's really just below the try, right? So we're going to call it Super Centennial then, okay? Let's do that. Will you please make the changes? All of my people that are all over the room, please make that change. A wonderful person who I've known for a long time, Kelly Shackelford. Kelly? Thank you very much. Great job. Ryan Anderson. Ryan, thank you. Congratulations. Carrie Bowler and Allison Ho. Carrie? Two great people. And we're also joined by the chairman of the Faith and Freedom Coalition, Ralph Reed. There's Ralph. Ralph, you helped so much. You know, Ralph, I think, hit more doorbells than anybody else I know. Millions and millions. What was the number, Ralph? 10 million. 10 million. And it's true. You know, somebody else would say, well, was it really? And it was. People were saying he was all over the place. Thank you very much, Ralph. I appreciate it. We'll never forget it. Thank you. Let me also thank everyone at the Museum of the Bible, including Steve and Jackie Green. The job they've done is just incredible. I want to say their entire family's here. I want them to all hear it, but they founded this beautiful museum to honor the most widely read book in history, and the job they've done is amazing. I ask, which museum does the best? I always like to find that out. And numerous times they're saying the Museum of the Bible that more people come here than anyone else. You probably won't read that in the newspapers or the media, but this is an amazing place, and it does tremendously well, so respected. And they built it up, and it was a labor of love. Well, it's nice that he's rich as hell, too. It always helps. Where are you? Where are you guys? Where are they? Yeah. Look at that. They don't even get good location. Okay? See, if I did the Museum of the Bible, it wouldn't be as successful, but I'd be sitting right here. No, I'd be sitting up here. You've done a great job. Everybody's talking about it. I got a little involved with museums, because I had a little problem with the Smithsonian. We like a little more positivity. It was all about all the bad things in our country. I said, what about the good things we've done? So I got a little involved. With that. And they're making, honestly, they're making changes. They were also told what to do by people that came before me, in all fairness, but they're making changes. Big changes are being made at the Smithsonian. But I just want to thank the Green family, because what you've done here is incredible. Thank you very much. For thousands of years, the Bible has shaped civilization, ethics, art, and literature, and it's brought hope, healing, and transformation to untold millions and millions of lives. The Bible is also an important part of the American story. That's why I'm delighted to announce that just moments ago, I personally delivered the Trump Family Bible given to me by my mother. I remember the time she gave it to me. But it was used in both my inaugurations and also display at the museum, and I guess it will now be displayed right in the heart of our nation's capital, right here, and that's an honor. That's an honor. We're here this morning to discuss the grave threats to religious liberty in American schools, and you know what's going on. We all know what's going on. But I will tell you, a lot of progress has been made in the last 8 months, tremendous progress, more than I thought we could make in so many ways. Not only that, the woke agenda is practically gone. It's deep-seated. We have to make sure it's out. It's very bad. It's like a weed. You think you killed it, and then it starts growing again. So we have to be careful. But it's very, very different than it was. You look at West Point, how proud they are of their heritage. They did something this week which I thought was appropriate. Some of you know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh, look at who we have over here. We have your associate, Pam, huh? Leo 2.0. Well, we have Leo here. Is he doing a good job, Pam? He's great. He's a DOJ. He's a great man. He's a great friend of mine for a long time.
Of all time.
I'm glad I got to see him. I would have been in big trouble, Pam, if I didn't see him. But thank you, Leo, very much. I appreciate it. For most of our country's history, the Bible was found in every classroom in the nation. Yet in many schools today, students are instead indoctrinated with anti-religious propaganda, and some are even punished for their religious beliefs, and very, very strongly punished. It's ridiculous. Joining us this morning is Hannah Allen from Honey Grove, Texas. A few years ago, Hannah organized a group of her classmates to pray for an injured peer. The school principal declared that Hannah's generous act of love was prohibited from taking place in front of the other students. Didn't like it. The principal didn't like it. Can you imagine? But Hannah very strongly stood her ground, and she won. And Hannah, I just want to thank you for letting the light of your faith shine for all of those to see. We really appreciate it. And where is Hannah? Is Hannah here someplace? I think so. Hannah, stand up, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hannah. I know what you went through. It's great. Appreciate it. To support students like Hannah, I'm pleased to announce this morning that the Department of Education will soon issue new guidance protecting the right to prayer in our public schools, and it's total protection.